Okay, so I got an action camera to practice shooting some point of view footage for a new project. And I figured I might as well use this test footage to make some content with. So here we go. And here I'm at Las Vegas for Cannabis Conference 2023 at the Paris Convention Center, which is one of the only two campus expos I'm going to attend this year. And I used to go to a lot more of them back in the day, but most didn't resonate with what I'm interested in, which is basically anything growing education related or checking out some new residential growing gear. Cannabis Conference, though, has a really good track record of not only providing a ton of information on just about every part of the commercial cannabis grow process, but it also has a ton of panels on groundbreaking cannabis growing research provided by multiple universities. And even though all of this information is meant for commercial growers, a ton of it can be used for residential grows as well. Unfortunately, you're only able to see footage of me walking to the conference because I'm not allowed to film the panels inside. But for example, there was this panel on crop steering where they talked about how new research is showing that by feeding the plants no nutrients for the first few days of the flowering stage, so basically giving it a quick flush in between veg and flower, it can dramatically decrease the amount of stretching that the plant does without affecting the bud size later on. Or in this panel about lighting and nutrition, Dr. Bruce Bugbee, a professor at Utah State University and the founder of Apogee Instruments, the guy who makes all those fancy par meters that everyone uses, talked about the new research on silica and copper amendments to prohibit mold and mildew, as well as new studies showing just how everyone is apparently adding too much phosphorus in the flowering stage, and by cutting it back, you'll still get the same amount of yield while saving on fertilizer costs. And besides all the cool new research that I'm going to test myself, Cannabis Conference also has an exhibit hall. Nothing like the size of MJ BizCon, which is the other campus expo I plan on attending this year, but still, there's a good amount of companies showcasing their products and services here. Again, most of this is geared towards commercial, but a lot of this has residential applications, such as HLG here showcasing their first bar lights with built-in reflectors, or this, which is one of the coolest commercial cabinet systems I've seen and something I had to ask more about.
So I'm at Harvest with Sally, probably the coolest thing at the convention. And if you could tell us what this is and how it works.
Sure. So, like you said, my name is Sally. I'm the product manager at Harvest Limited. We essentially provide a technology that gives you perfect conditions to grow plants at a consistent yield. So if you look at what you see right here, it's our smallest form. It's a cabinet essentially that grows the plants for you. It's fully automated, row by row control. What that means is each row is automated irrigation-wise, airflow, lighting, and climate is controlled throughout the entire cabinet altogether. What I would say is the coolest thing about this is that our lighting is water-cooled, so it doesn't exert heat. So you're saving a lot of energy on the HVAC system. So essentially all the HVAC system does do is dehumidify it. We do have an irrigation system that goes with this that we don't know how to display here on site, but what that does is through the irrigation system and the piping, it will fill up the rows from the bottom, so it will flood it for as many minutes as the user wants. Once that's done, it'll empty it back into the return tank, and that's going to be recycled through as a system that will recalibrate that same solution and send it back into the system. So you're essentially recycling, you're not wasting a lot of nutrients. And what the user does is once they kind of figure out a recipe that works for them, they put it into their database, and it's always going to give you consistent yield, which is what everybody wants. Something like this produces approximately 40 pounds of dry flower. Based on this many rows, you can have up to 7 rows. We recommend this configuration if you want to have like a mother row and incubator rows, but it really depends on the use. If you're using it for nurseries or for just incubators or what kind of plants you have, the height and stuff. That has to be predetermined before we supply this. So you let us know the height of the plants or how high you want the levels to be in between, how many levels you want inside the cabinet, and we will deliver it, we will install it, we will commission it for you, test it, and then train you on it. You can access the software from anywhere. So as a user, you can access the software via your iPhone, a tablet, anywhere essentially in the world. Another point is that you don't have to move the plants from row to row. The row will actually accommodate the environment based on the plant stage. So you're eliminating potential pollution. You're reducing the human contact. And it gives you peace of mind because you're not worried about it not being irrigated or missing a cycle, or you can monitor it from anywhere, and it gives you the balanced life a little bit. You can do your own thing and not having to worry about it about the plants going bad. So this system without the irrigation station is roughly 35,000 USD. With the irrigation station, it's 61,000. But one irrigation station can support up to 5 cabinets. So if you are to buy an irrigation station, then you can buy 5 of these, and then you're still able to produce the same things.
And yeah, that wraps it up for what I saw at Cannabis Conference this year.